Change things up whenever you feel like it with Pair Eyewear. It's as simple as snapping on a top frame over the base frame. And for a limited time, shop Pair's holiday sale for 20% off, the biggest sale of the year. Just go to paireyewear.com for 20% off. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com.
Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans, and this is my husband, Alan Evans.
Oh
my gosh.
I know something that you don't know. Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, yeah.
Bum.
And now y'all know why we have the opening jingle for our podcast, because Alan, whenever he buys any of us anything for Christmas, we hear that song.
I know something,
which is
that
cute.
you don't know. Ho, 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 ho.
Which is very cute the first, I'd say, 17 times you hear it.
Here's the thing.
But then after that, you're like, come on, Alan. Okay.
When we first got married, you really loved it. And now you make a face. The face you're making now. The face you're making now.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for it, and it's cute and stuff. But then you have to remember, I was trying to show you how fun-loving I was.
Hey, I just want you to know I've got some Christmas shopping done.
I'm glad.
I've got some Christmas shopping done.
I've gotten a little done, but nothing like major. I got to get some major stuff done.
Cole has submitted a list. Has the EK submitted her list?
It's a work in progress. I told her she has to have it to me this week.
Okay.
She will continue to add to it because that's my daughter. She used to keep a running list with links to everything she wanted, and she would add to it year round. So in case there was a need, somebody wanted to buy something for her, I could refer to the list. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's supposed to be working on that.
The Dilster, we need to get the Dilsters list.
It's really hard because I saw part of Cole's list, our 14-year-old son, and they put he wants. I've got it.
Boy, he's going to the Paul Evans school of Christmas list.
Very basic.
He's like my dad on this Christmas list.
This is all Cole's asked for.
All right.
The 14-year-old boy.
Yes.
Money. Well, that's on every teenager's list.
Sure.
V-Bucks.
That's money.
Which is money.
Right.
It's digital money, I guess.
Yes.
Plain white shirts.
Plain white shirts. Like T-shirts.
That's all he wants to wear.
Right. Well, under a hoodie.
Yes, but that's what he wants. And I said, well, we're going to have some long sleeve ones, I guess, too. MLB 22 and Madden 23.
I think we already got those, didn't we?
Well, I thought we got one for one and one for the other.
Oh.
I don't know how we're going to fix that.
Dilster's not a big PlayStation guy.
Okay. Those mini helmets, the little tiny helmets.
Oh, he likes mini. You know what mini helmet he'd like? Georgia.
Well, then he also said he wants Georgia shirts.
Yeah.
Maybe a Georgia hoodie.
We're raising him right.
Then is it pronounced he said Habrio. It's Haribo.
Haribo
gummy bears,
those are my
Sour
favorite.
Patch Kids, and Jolly Ranchers. That's Cole's Christmas list.
Pretty
everybody.
easy list, yeah.
Dylan just told me, shockingly, I'd never heard this out of this little child's mouth, our cute little 10-year-old, that we forced to do all of our social media ads with us. He's so good at it. He loves it. He's a good sport. Was it right before Halloween? He told me his favorite candy is Smarties. What kid has Smarties as their favorite candy? That's always one of the low-ranking candies on the Halloween list. But I know he's going to ask for Smarties. I don't know what else he's going to ask for.
Yeah, he likes Smarties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well,
Kelly wants more clothes.
I got to figure out.
That's what she needs.
Yeah, yeah.
God.
I got to figure out. I guess we'll ask him just straight up. I've got two ideas, and you know what these are.
Yeah.
Either an upgrade to his electric motorcycle, because he already outgrew the one we got him last year.
A bike, we should say. It's not a motorcycle, it's a bike.
Yeah, it's an electric bike that looks like a motorcycle. Or a little pool table that converts into a ping pong and a air hockey table.
That's what our friends Sarah and Brandon have, right?
I think so, yeah.
They love it. I don't love the idea of ping pong because
What's wrong with ping pong?
all you do is chase ping pong balls. That's all you do.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No.
You've never played with children.
Did Forrest Gump chase ping pong balls?
That was a CGI trick. CGI.
That was a good CGI trick, too, because that looked real. That looked real.
Well, man, they made Captain Dan have no legs, and he has legs.
Whoa. But we're not going to talk about Forrest Gump on this podcast. We're not going to talk about Captain Dan either. We're going to review Thanksgiving, and I got you. Because Kelly texted me a little peek behind the kimono. I'm going to pull back the kimono, revealing all. Kelly texted me 45 minutes ago and said, hold please. She didn't say hold please. She said,
oh my gosh, it's like one of the last texts I sent you.
She said, I'll probably swing by Chick for EK on the way home. Do you want anything? Also, do you have a loose outline of everything that went wrong to and from Mexico so we don't skip anything?
Yeah.
I can jot a few things down as well. I ran into some issues with commercial copy, so that ate up a good bit of my time tonight.
Yeah.
And then here's happy-go-lucky AE. No thanks, babe. I had some sausage and eggs. I'll make an outline.
And I said, thank you.
Yes.
And I said, thank you.
And that's where we are. So I made an outline, and that's the brunt of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about our vacation.
Use Roman numerals and
I did.
And subpoints. I forget what you call an outline, all the little things.
I did. We're going to review the tape of going to Mexico, spending time in Mexico, and coming back. We're going to compare and contrast the Haven Resort to the Valentin Imperial.
Yes.
Kelly and I are going to go down the list. We've created about 8 or 9 different categories. We're going to give it a 1 to 5, and then we're going to average these out and see who wins. Haven or Valentin. This is important because whoever wins, that's where the podcast family vacation is going to be in 2023.
If there is one.
Well, I thought we'd been building this up.
I don't know, Alan.
Okay.
What did I say?
Okay.
When we were landing back in Dallas? What did I look at you and say?
That's a good way to kill a chubby.
Why are you saying that?
Saying what?
What you just said. That's not nice. Don't say that.
Oh.
What did I say to you as we landed back in Dallas?
You said I may not go to Mexico ever again.
That's what I said. Now, y'all can all go.
Wow.
I may or may not go. I don't know.
Now,
I was so...
it's a podcast family vacation, which means
defeated.
you have to go.
Well, not every listener of the podcast can go, and maybe I can represent the ones that can't.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling y'all, I was so defeated.
If you don't go, then it's just going to be like me and Jeff.
Y'all are the party starters. Y'all would be just fine without me there.
True.
Truly.
True, but...
Truly, you would. But I was so defeated after our flight and all that mess we had to go through that I said, I don't know if I want to fly again, period. I was so frustrated. And then Alan's like, oh, that's you actually were on board with that. We could just do RV trips instead. That's what you said.
V trips?
RV trips.
Oh, RV
instead.
trips. Oh, I was so defeated. Okay, we're going to get into all that. And then Russ Face sent us an email today. Did you see the email?
I did, but I didn't have time to break it down. I thought we'd do it next podcast.
I did break it down.
All right, well, we can do it this podcast.
I
then.
did break it down, and we're going to drop some ASL dimes.
Okay.
Just high level. We're going to drop a few dimes, and this is listener appreciation stuff. So that's what we got.
Okay. I thought we'd save it for next podcast.
Well,
but
we'll
that's
see.
Okay too.
We'll see how far we get.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk a little Cowboys, of course. Just a little bit.
Has something happened since we were last podcasted?
Well, I watched the Cowboys in Spanish.
Oh yeah. The days have blurred together as one big blob.
Yes.
Because the last podcast, I was completely frazzled because we were taping it early because I had just gotten back from Disney World and for kids trip, and we were getting up and supposed to leave the house by 4 a.m. the next day to go to Mexico. And so, yeah, it's all a blur.
Oh, we have so much great stuff.
Thanksgiving happened since our last podcast, y'all.
So much to talk about.
Alan is adding to his outline.
Our live studio audience, one of our live studio audience members, Wheezy. You know Wheezy.
Don't do this to me. I can't remember who Wheezy is. I just can't. And y'all do this to me every week. Can you pull up like her Facebook or something and show me so I'll know who it is?
You've met Wheezy.
Well, who is she? Remind me. I don't know.
Wheezy. She's come to our podcast get-togethers. Anyway,
Is she the one that's really funny?
she's very funny. She has very curly hair, very dark
Oh, that's
curly
not who I'm
hair.
thinking of.
Oh my goodness.
Because what I'm thinking of has dark hair, but she's not got curly hair.
Okay. Anyway, Wheezy is sitting in our live studio
I'm
audience,
sorry, Wheezy. I'm gonna get Alan to show me your Facebook page.
and she says, "No, no, 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 never, never, no, never, no. This
What?
will be my first time being able to go on the podcast family vacation. Don't cancel."
Oh, I've got to meet her.
You have met her.
I just can't remember. I'm sorry. I don't know.
See, guys. See who champions the listener.
I am exhausted, Alan. I don't have a lot of room left in my brain for
Okay.
a lot of content.
Well, I tell you what, you got room for this.
I do. You know, Alan and I think I might have one more Christmas party to go to than Alan does, but I think combined we have 5 Christmas parties coming up. And I'm
What?
sitting there. Yeah. Maybe it's 5 just for me and 4 for you, but I've got
4 for me.
Look, we've got our first one this weekend, my office Christmas party.
Amen.
We've got 2 next weekend, Big
amen.
Al's
Amen.
and Kay's.
My man.
Then I've got the Kiss FM client party. We've got Stacy, the next door neighbor's party.
Which will
Am I missing one?
Which will be the best one of them all.
That's the one the weekend for. And I think we have one that's potential. It's like bubbling under the surface, like the group of radio girlfriends that I hang out with. We can't decide.
Oh, y'all will never have that. You'll have
we
that.
have it every year.
You'll have that next year.
But it's such a crazy time.
Yeah, you'll have it in February.
That's so interesting you said that. We're thinking about, instead of doing a Christmas party, doing a Valentine get together because it's just too much, right? But anyway, here's the thing with these 5 Christmas parties. Am I seriously going to buy a new outfit for each one? No. But the secret is, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to pay attention to this, you get one perfect outfit, like the base outfit, right? That looks good on you. It feels great. And then you change it up with accessories. This is the fashion secret. You put on a different pair of shoes, a different necklace, different earrings, different eyeglasses. It's a totally different look. And I said changing your eyeglasses, which is actually very easy and affordable with Pair Eyewear.
Pair Eyewear.
You don't have to stick with one basic set of frames. First of all, that's not fun. That's boring. But who can afford to buy a new pair of glasses for every outfit and every occasion? With Pair Eyewear's customizable magnetic top frames, changing up your look is a snap, literally. You just snap on the top frame. On the base frame, it's a magnet. Boom, you're done. You got a whole new look, a whole new mood. And for a limited time, you can stock up on style with 20% off during Pair's holiday sale. I love my Pair Eyewear. It was so simple to go online, to virtually try on the frames, to find the one that complemented my face shape. It happened to be the Kirby style. I got the blue tortoise color, love it. But the real fun comes when you choose the top frames. They've got hundreds of choices, limited edition holiday designs, Christmas tree, snowmen. They even have Christmas caroling Peanuts characters.
Oh, love that.
They have classic top frames if you're not that fancy. They have fun collabs with Harry Potter, with Marvel, with NBA, so many to choose from. Base frames start at just $60, and that includes the prescription. Or if you do non-prescription, you just want them for, fashion or blue blockers. That's what I got. And for every pair you buy, Pair provides glasses to a child in need.
So this holiday season, celebrate changing things up whenever you feel like it with Pair. For a limited time, shop Pair's holiday sale for 20% off. It's their biggest sale of the year. Just go to paireyewear.com for 20% off. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com.
All right, y'all.
We love Pair Eyewear.
Yeah.
Okay. So over Thanksgiving, as we mentioned on a couple of previous podcasts, we went to Mexico.
Yeah.
And I have a bone to pick.
With
You.
me?
Yes. I went back and listened to a little replay of the nationally syndicated Kidcratic morning show. Sounded like you might have grabbed AE by the scruff of the neck and by my waistband and given me the 1, 2, kind of threw me out on Front Street.
I have no recollection of what you're talking about.
Well, you said something like, my husband hates to share suitcases.
Oh, that's true.
That's not true. That's
That
not
is
true
true.
at all. That's not true.
That is true.
I will absolutely share a suitcase.
We have never shared a suitcase.
Well, that's not true either.
You don't like me to eat off your plate.
That's true.
And you don't like to share a suitcase with me.
Now, that's not true.
Where would I get that idea from then?
I don't know. I think it's because we have, I don't know, in the garage, we have like 28 little suitcases and we have one big suitcase.
We have a ton of carry-ons.
Right.
I don't know why. Well, because I'll tell you why. Because they get so beat up and awful looking, I'm embarrassed.
No, #ad. That one I use is.
But yours, I'm saying the little ones like I have been collecting over the years,
Right.
But okay, here's the thing. I have invested in more quality carry-on luggage. I have invested in that now. But my problem is I have a problem throwing out luggage, even if it looks bad and the zippers are broken off. Because I'm like, well, it still works. And you know that the baggage handlers are going to be, throwing it all over the place.
What does this have to
That's
do
why
with
I have
me not
so many,
wanting to share a suitcase?
You said we have so many bags. That's why I was explaining why.
I will absolutely share a suitcase when it costs $79 freaking dollars.
Don't yell.
Sorry, I'm already getting worked
Well, you're
up.
going to throw everybody's levels off.
To check a bag.
Okay, so you're saying that's the determining factor when you're finally willing to share a bag with me. Because you never share a bag with me, Alan.
Based on what it costs for us to fly to Mexico, I'll climb in the bag.
Here's the thing. We flew a discount airline. All right?
Air quotes. Discount.
Well, and the people are like, you should have read the rules.
Why'd y'all fly that?
Here's the situation.
You can't afford American? Why you, Kelly Raspberry? Why didn't you fly? Why are you flying Spirit?
I said we weren't going to say the name.
Babe, it's all over social media.
All right, well, I will then, I guess.
And plus, I rip them on social media.
You need to stop.
I've got their social media person like giving me free stuff now.
No, don't. I wish you wouldn't do that. But anyway, so
It's
the
called
thing
customer
is,
service.
well, also berating them on social media, enough's enough after a while. You're not still doing it, are you?
I never berated them.
You just said you've been dragging them on social media.
Well, you know how I like to embellish. I mean,
all right. Anyway, my point is this.
it's called
People were
influencing
saying,
people.
Y'all should have known. You should have read. Well, here's the thing. We had somebody book the flight for us, right?
Yeah.
Why is that a dime?
Most people just go online and do it.
A lot of people use a travel agent to do that. It doesn't cost you anything extra.
Okay.
So it's not a dime.
Okay, somebody booked it for us.
So the flight attendant, the flight, whatever, the travel agent maybe could have said, "Hey, they charge a lot for baggage. You might want to go look." I'm just saying that would have been a nice suggestion. Or because when I get booked on any other airlines, I don't go online to necessarily look how much seats are going to be. I said, well, seats if you want to upgrade to first class. I'm talking about an assigned seat. So, or how much it's going to cost to check luggage. So we did not know until we got to the airport that it was $79 for a carry-on bag as well as $79 for a checked bag. And so in my geniusness, I assumed we only had to pay for the checked baggage. But I like to carry my full-size products with me. So I said, okay, I'm going to check the baggage with all the full-size lotions and potions. And, I need sunscreen. I can't do sample sizes. I got to have I went through an entire bottle of sunscreen and started my second bottle while we were in Mexico. The other one's for carry-on stuff. Alan, same thing. Carry on in a big backpack. What are you doing? Why are you looking like that?
Nothing. I was just readjusting myself.
So anyway... It was then that we found out that it was going to be roughly $80 each for 4 bags. Y'all do the math.
Now, I can hear you, good, strong, sweet, clean listener. You're thinking to yourself, why didn't you, Kellie and Allen, you're kind of putting this on your travel agent. Maybe
I'm not putting it on him.
Maybe he could have reminded you. Kellie and I honestly didn't think about it because 4 years ago, we went to Disney World.
Yes.
Disney World with all the cheering. And I swear we checked multiple bags. We carried on multiple bags, and it wasn't even close to $317.
No, it wasn't. And I had flown down separately on the kids charter, but I flew back with them on the Spirit. So I don't know if you handled all that or I did. I don't know, but I don't remember it being all that. But anyway, it's been years. And you just forget. And at the time we were like, we're not doing this again. Well, look, we are. And the reason we chose it is we were told, our travel agent, we said 4 or 5 years ago, the memory's kind of fuzzy, but we said we're never doing this again. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to send you the price differences. It was going to it cost us $1,200 more to fly American. Okay. Why would we? It's like, well, that's a lot of money. It's not like $200.
No, I know.
It's $1,200.
It was considerably cheaper.
It was considerably cheaper.
I mean, why else would we get on the cattle call?
And so we were like, we talked about it. I was like, I don't really remember all the details. When you have you don't really, it's not always about the details. It's like with good things. Okay, Alan. It's like when you have, people spend a lot of time planning and paying for a lot of stuff for a wedding, right? Your guests aren't going to remember all the details, but they remember how they felt.
Yes. I remember how I felt.
They remember they had a good time. They don't know about the flower arrangements. They can't remember all that. They remember how they felt. So same with a bad situation. Like when we flew that many years ago, I remember Alan and I both saying, we're not doing this again. I couldn't really tell you all the reasons why. I just remember I didn't feel good about it.
I said that before, didn't I? That we would never do that again. And what happened?
Here we are, going to save over $1,200. Well, maybe we need to give it one more try. Is it really fair to try something one time, such as maybe a restaurant? Everybody else loves it. You go one night, you have a bad server, the special you wanted, they sold out of it. Everything is wrong. You're like, I'm never coming back here again. Is that fair? No, give them a second try. And we're going to save $1,200. So that's what we're thinking. There's no need to go into everything that went wrong, just getting us checked into the airport. But
can we mention one?
Which one?
So we park at the terminal because Kelly and me too. She likes to be right there close. When we get back, we don't have to get on a shuttle and go fetch the car 28 miles away.
We're paying extra.
We pay more
extra for that convenience.
Right. So we park right next to the terminal. The kid parks at gate E33. We walk in right at E33, and there is one of your self-serve kiosks. Yeah. And I see a little Spirit logo on said self-serve kiosk.
Yeah. Now, we didn't see any
Spirit signs or anything.
No, but
I see a kiosk.
I saw it too.
And it said Spirit.
I saw it too.
So happy-go-lucky AE getting ready to go to Mexico. He kind of goes over there and starts punching buttons. And
this is before we knew how much we were
going to be paying.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, yeah, I've got a backpack, but let's count that as check-in. I'm checking a bag. Kelly's checking a bag. Kelly's carrying on. Oh, yeah, this is all good. So we get our boarding passes. I'm like, well, we don't have any stickers to put on our luggage.
Yeah, there's no luggage labels.
So then we start walking around. There's no signs. We see a sign that says...
It's so early. There's people standing in line for the counter, but there's nobody behind the counter. So we can't ask anybody because it's literally like, 4:15 in the morning or something.
To make a long story short...
It's a very long story.
We have to get in another line to get our
luggage tags.
Our luggage tags. I didn't know that I had to be in this certain line, so I get sent back to the kiosk. There's a guy there trying to help me. The passports won't scan. Kelly takes one of the bags that she wanted to check, and it's now her carry-on.
I'm just trying to get out of the way because when your husband or your wife is at that point, you're like, I need to step away and just let him handle it. And I grabbed one of the bags just to get them out of the way. Not realizing he was just going to, the guy helping him just started tagging the bags that were there. The bag I chose, my fault, was to be the one that I was going to check. So he tagged the carry-on bag. So I had to stop everything in line and repack the suitcases. That was another little bubble.
Yeah, and when Kelly did decide to just walk off, I had to call her because she's now like 100 yards away and we need her back because we need to scan her passport again. It was a cluster F of epic proportions.
But we did make it to the gate on time.
So after that,
Barely.
we're $320 lighter. We get to the gate. Pretty uneventful flight, except I'm sitting there on the flight.
Oh, by the way, we did not pay for assigned seats. You have to pay extra for that. But luck of the draw, neither did our friends we were traveling with. We all ended up in they checked in way before we did, and we all four ended up in the same row. So that was crazy.
So it's Craig, Susan, Kelly, aisle, and then AE on the other aisle. So, I'm used to flying American. They pull the cart up and like, would you like a beverage? And I'm like, sure, I'd like a Diet Coke and a water. She said, that will be credit card, please. I'm like, excuse me? And she said, that'll be $8. Like, you gotta be freaking
Why didn't you just give it back?
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Why didn't you just give it back?
Because I was thirsty.
You were that thirsty?
Yes, I was thirsty.
You needed 2 beverages.
Yes, I was thirsty.
Oh my gosh.
So $8 for a Diet Coke and a water. So tack that on to $3.17. So now we're at $3.25. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, this is really bogging down with minutia details.
We are bogging down with minutia. But we get to the resort and wow, was it an experience? We're going to talk about that experience after you do this.
All right. Well, let me tell you this. The reason I'm so tired tonight, I'm always tired when we record the podcast because it's like I always have something that happens. But last night was the Jingle Ball. We're based out of Dallas, and Kiss FM has all the Kiss FM stations, the iHeart radio stations across the country.
iHeart Radio
has Jingle Balls, and this is the kickoff for the season. And it's in Fort Worth. It's about an hour drive without traffic from my house, but I'm happy to do it because it's a lot of fun. All right. Let me tell you, because I am an experienced Jingle Ball attendee. So I know I have made the mistake before of wearing cute shoes.
High heels?
But high, because I'm going to be on stage and I'm going to be wearing holiday clothes and we're kicking off the Christmas season. I'm going to wear my high heels. What I found out, it only took me one time, maybe twice, because I'm pretty hard-headed. We're going to be standing on concrete for hours. Your feet start bleeding, just spontaneous bleeding, blisters. It's awful. And poor Selena. So she's been at Kiss FM, does middays for not even a whole year yet, I don't think. Well, not a whole year, because this was her first Jingle Ball. And I hadn't met her face to face until the Jingle Ball, and she looked gorgeous. She looked like a Christmas present, Alan. She was wearing this red fluffy dress, and she was wearing stiletto heels. I swear they were 5 inches if they weren't 6. They were beautiful shoes. But I looked at her and I was like, girl, you messed up. Alan, she was in so much pain. I've never seen somebody do this before. She's wearing her stilettos. You know, ladies, if you have on heels like that and your feet start to swell, if you take them off, you can never get them back on. So she's standing backstage. We're getting ready to go on stage. She don't want to go on stage barefoot. She turns her ankles. She turns her feet in. She is standing on her ankles because her feet are killing her so much just to get the pressure off her feet. When we come off the stage, she's in so much pain. She uses the rails to slide down the stairs so her feet don't touch the stairs. Alan, I thought she was crying. She crumpled to the floor. She was in so much pain. She pulled her shoes off, and that doesn't give you relief because now your feet hurt and you're walking around hobbling. Men will never understand that pain.
Relief.
Never will understand that pain. And what I wanted to say, girl,
that's quite a lead in.
I haven't even gotten to the commercial yet. That's the build up.
Manetti.
That's the build up. I wanted to say to her, girl, you could have looked just as cute and you'd have been way more comfortable in your Rothys.
Rothys.
You can dress Rothys up. You can dress Rothys down. They are perfect for any occasion, any seasonal gathering. I've told you how much I love my Rothys flats. They are comfy. I can wear them as slippers at home. But, Alan, pay attention. Rothys just released the coziest merino wool slippers. And with the temperatures dropping,
really?
I want those slippers.
Merino wool, huh?
Yes, and they would make a great gift. All right, and Self Magazine.
I want some.
Well, Self Magazine named Rothy's original slip-on sneaker the best slip-on sneaker at their 2022 Sneaker Awards. That'd be a great gift, too. Rothy's has loafers, ankle boots, 2 new sneaker styles for men and women. I mean, come on. Does your mom really want another gift of teas from around the world. Do you really want your best friend to pretend like that candle that smells like morning rain is really exactly what she wanted? No, you don't want her to lie like that. Giving the gift of Rothy shows you care about her comfort, you care about her style, you care about the planet. All Rothy's products are made with their signature thread, repurposed from single-use plastic bottles. They're all machine washable. But hey, if you don't know somebody's size, Rothy's has beautiful, versatile bags and accessories from pocket size all the way up to a big old tote.
So get stylish shoes, versatile and durable enough to wear all the time with Rothy's. Get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/sandwich. That's ROTHYS.com/sandwich.
But she did look pretty. She didn't have to be in pain.
Is she a woman of diminutive stature?
Very tiny. Yeah, that's see, if I wore a heel like that, five or I mean, I'm serious, y'all. I'm not exaggerating. They were like stilettos, very thin. And I felt so bad for her. But I've been there. We all been there, ladies.
Okay, after we took the Spirit Airlines beat down flight to Mexico. We went to a resort called Haven
Cancun
Riviera.
About 15 minutes from the airport.
Yes, close.
When you're going to it, coming back, apparently it's about an hour.
Gosh, yeah.
Because of the traffic, and they're doing a lot of construction, as our driver told us. It's going to be great once they get it finished, but it's going to be a minute.
So we didn't have the cheer-in this Thanksgiving. So Kelly and I decided to do a Friendsgiving with our friends Craig and Susan. So part of this is we wanted to do a Friendsgiving. Another part of it is we wanted to just kind of scope out a new place, potentially a new site for the podcast family vacation, which we've done twice now. And we've done that twice at a resort called the Valentin Imperial.
Yeah. And we've been there personally
4 times
outside of those podcast family trips. But we thought, some of these people will be coming back on the podcast vacation for a third time. Some people it'll be the first time. But should we just stick with the Valentin Imperial? We've never had a moment's problems with it. We love it there. But should we mix it up and try something new? Right?
Yeah.
Just to see what else is out there.
And if you've listened to us for a while, we love the Valentin. It's a wonderful place. We wouldn't have gone back with our podcast. We wouldn't have gone back multiple times if we didn't love it. We love it.
I remember the last time we were there, it was a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago. There was a couple sitting there at the restaurant, and they are like family there. Remember, it was like they were from Sweden or something.
Good eye, mate.
I don't remember exactly where they were from, but they were from somewhere like that. And when they go on holiday, they go somewhere and they park it. And they had been there for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And so they had eaten at every restaurant 5 times, and that they were just talking about how they come back to the Valentin Imperial year after year. They just love it there. And you'll see that time and time again. They have a website where you can go, fans of Valentin Imperial or friends, I forget what it's called. They're like, I've been there 18 times. This will be my 7th trip and all that. So people love it there.
So we could probably do 3 podcasts on the differences between the Haven and the Valentin Imperial for doing a vacation. But what we're going to do, I thought we'd play a little game. I've broken this down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different categories.
Okay.
And we're going to rate each resort from 1 to 5, your opinion and my opinion.
Okay.
On each one of these categories.
Okay.
And we can give a little explanation on why.
Okay.
And then we'll average and see who the winner is.
Okay.
I think that's a somewhat scientific way to do it.
I think it's fair.
Okay. So the categories are pool, drinks, beach, service, food, room, grounds, atmosphere, and intangibles. Okay.
Intangibles means something you can't quite put your finger on?
Can't quite put your finger on, but it's got it. Joe Montana, he had it. You don't know what it is. He wasn't the tallest guy. He wasn't the strongest guy. But the guy won 4 Super Bowls because he had it.
All right. Well, we'll worry about that when we get to that category.
Yeah. Okay. First category is pool. Kelly, how would you rate the Haven for the pool area?
Did I tell you my score and then explain, or explain then give you my score?
However you want to do it. You explain and then give your score. Now remember, we got 9 of these,
Okay.
so brief.
I will say this. They were not at capacity. This time of year, not at capacity. So the crowds were low. And, it makes a difference when the pool is packed and when the pool is not so packed. I think visually, the Haven was beautiful. It was prettier visually, but I prefer the Valentin. So I'm going to give Valentin a 3. No, man, I'm giving them a 4 and Haven a 3. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Because, the Valentin, it's a fine pool. It's not a 5, but it's a good, I like that pool.
Haven, beautiful pool. They had 3 pools. They had a big central party pool. There was a pool over where we were that had a beautiful infinity edge where our room was.
It was a small pool.
Smaller pool, beautiful infinity edge, swim up bar. Another quiet pool that kind of had one of those walk-in beach things all around it, and a restaurant.
That was a massive size pool.
Yeah, just
and the big party pool, quote unquote, in the middle.
Just beautiful.
Not a lot of partying. There weren't a lot of people.
All of the pools were beautiful.
Oh.
Here.
And I just another thing about the pool, the chair situation.
So here's the thing. The Haven pool, ladies, the big main pool, the main bar at the main pool, and gentlemen too, but I think this is something ladies would be concerned with.
It concerned me.
You have to step up on this step to where you're standing at the bar in your swimwear facing away from the entire pool, and the water's up to like your
knees,
your
maybe.
knees. It was like
You come up out of the water.
the strangest, most awkward feeling. It's like, well, I'm going to hop out of the
Right.
pool now and face my ass to the entire pool.
Yeah, that's true.
To order my drink.
Now there is another, and then there was another level to the pool that you had to get out of the pool and go all the way around to get it into the upper level pool. That side you could swim up to the bar. But on the side facing the ocean, you had to stand there, which I thought was kind of weird.
Another thing I heard at Haven was, I can't remember if it was Craig and Susan or somebody else said, can we get some shots? And the bartender said, no.
Well, that's a different category. We haven't gotten to drinks yet. Oh, we have one
That
more
was
thing.
at the pool.
But it was also
that was
drinks.
at the
okay, so
pool.
this is covering 2 things. Yeah, they don't do shots there.
Okay, so
Apparently. And
can I give my rating?
Well, we were talking about shots.
Do you mind if I give my rating for the
thought we were
pool and then
talking
we
about
can
shots.
move on?
Okay, I thought we were talking about shots.
So I'm going to give the Haven a 2. I'm going to give the Valentin because of its gigantic pool, all the entertainment that it has there, and the fact that if you want 50 shots on a float, like 10 Scooby-Doos.
Mini beers.
I want 10 mini beers. I want 15 duck farts, and I want
That's a shot?
yeah, and I want 5
Fireballs.
They will say not only yes, but how quickly can I get these to you? I will give the Valentin a 5.
I can see why you did that. The other thing I was going to say about the pool situation, which also, some of these things blur categories. People were out at that pool before the crack of dawn, and these are professional pool chair stalkers. They would put down the towels, the clips, and they would mark their territory, and they would either go back to bed or those chairs were claimed all day. You couldn't get a chair. You couldn't. But at Valentin Imperial, if you have the privilege package, they call it, you can get a reserved chair that's yours. Now, you have to pay extra for that. You don't have to fight the crowds for it, but at least it's an option. That wasn't even an option at Haven. So you had to fight for a chair.
Okay. Next category is drinks. I kind of stuck with, we need to keep these brief or we're going to do a 2-hour podcast.
Okay, well.
I stuck with a pineapple margarita all week. So it was a pineapple margarita with tahini on the rim.
Very good.
It was very good. But I drank literally every day. I don't know.
You never got drunk.
26.
You never got drunk.
I never.
You barely got a
barely
I don't,
got
I don't even know if you got a buzz.
Barely got a buzz.
And you were drinking nonstop.
I was drinking nonstop.
The only time
They were tasty.
I got buzzed, and I unfortunately posted it on social media, was when I brought my own. They give you, when you check in, these mini bottles. Now at Valentin Imperial, they give you full-size bottles. At Haven, and they give you 4 if you're privileged. At Haven, with the package we got 2 mini bottles. I brought the mini bottle of vodka down with me, so I was adding to whatever they gave me. That was the only time. Otherwise, Susan and I would drink all day, and we're like, okay, we've had like 15 of these. Come on. So
Rate it.
I would give Valentin I would have to go 5. I have to give Haven a 3.
Okay. The fact that we got the 2 little mini bottles at Haven, and then at Valentin you get 4
Full size
bottles of booze.
I just said a minute ago.
And I've been drunk at Valentin before. Not the only reason I go, but if I'm going to spend all day drinking, I mean,
You're not drinking for the calories.
I'm not drinking for the calories.
That's the bonus.
Right. So I'll give Valentin, I'll give him a solid 4. I'll give Haven a 3. Okay.
Okay.
Beach.
Again, in the summer when we go to the beach in Mexico, the seaweed situation is an issue, and it's just worse in July than it is at Thanksgiving. So I really don't think that's a fair comparison. So I'm going to just grade them. Oh, but drink service at Valentin is better on the beach. So I'm going to give a 5 to Valentin, and I'm going to give I'll be nice. I'll give Haven a 4. Because we could go out in the water, but it's really, I don't know.
Both resorts have very nice beaches. The thing for me at Valentin is, and this is kind of part of the service, but the palapas at Valentin,
That are reserved, you have to pay for that.
But
it's an option.
We were paying for the upgrade at Haven.
But that didn't include a guaranteed bed or a chair.
Exactly.
That's it, right?
Exactamundo. That's why Valentin, that service and that beach is hard to beat, because you get that palapa, giving that a 5. Haven, how come my name isn't on my palapa? Oh, wait, I don't even have a palapa. I was the one moving the umbrellas around. And this sounds kind of, it sounds kind of like, oh, Alan, you can't move your own umbrella around. When you're paying for that vacation and you're paying for that upgrade,
You kind of want to have your butt kissed a little.
where's my dude that's supposed to move my umbrella?
I know. Well, they're supposed to be working for tips. That's their motivation, right? Because I love getting those $2 bills. I always go to the bank and get a stack of 2s. I love tipping with 2s. I came back with so much tip money because nobody did anything for us.
But both beaches are really beautiful.
And how many times did they run out of towels at Haven?
Oh, yeah.
They ran out of towels constantly.
How do you run out of towels at a beach resort?
By 10 o'clock in the morning, they were out of towels.
Yeah, that just reminded me. I'm going to give them a 3 on that. Okay, service. Haven versus Valentin.
I'll just give Valentin a 5 because they're always so great. And if we also paid for the upgrade package. So this is comparing apples to apples.
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to give Haven
a 3. We paid for this upgrade
I know.
at Haven,
I'm giving
too.
Haven a 3.
They were doing pretty well. Haven was, until our last day.
Well, minus getting help on the beach, minus saying no to shots, minus all that.
Yeah, and I was willing to kind of look past some of that until we run into this dude at breakfast on the last day.
The final impression we're going to have.
Yeah. So Susan and Craig were already down there. Kelly and I show up a little bit later. And apparently he's already helping Craig and Susan, but they told him that we were coming, so he knew he was going to have 2 more people. This guy didn't say good morning, didn't say buenos dias, didn't say
nothing.
Hey, a-hole. He didn't say nothing.
He didn't come around so often that Susan had to get up and poured us all coffee, poured us all waters. He just disappeared. It was
really interesting.
But we thought maybe he should. I told Susan, see, I used to serve. I said, tables. I said, you know what? We don't know what he went through. He could have just found out his mother had to be in the hospital, but he has to come to work. I said, we don't know what he's going through.
True.
But then we look across the way, and he's with this other couple laughing.
Oh, hitting his knee.
And bumped it. I'm like, what?
Yes,
What happened?
just having the best time.
I don't know what was
I
going
don't
on.
know.
But he didn't. Maybe he heard about us.
He hated us.
Maybe our reputation precedes. I really don't know. But I was so put out. And I would even say thank you to him. Because, I'm very nice to wait. You even got to get put out with me how much I engage. He didn't say nothing. No.
Okay, so that forces me to give Haven a 2 just because of that one guy. I still have lip prints on my rear end from Valentin 3 years ago. I'm giving
so
them
sweet.
a solid 5.
They're so
What's your
good.
service rating for Haven?
I said 3, I think.
3? Okay. Food.
Valentin 5.
Wow, okay.
I mean, they are known for their food. That's why we chose going there when we did the first time we went on our first anniversary, because we heard about the food there. It's just you can't beat it. And I'm not going to go into it. We're already talking too much. So 5
Well,
to
give me a rating then.
and then I'll give 3. That's just I'm trying to be nice. 3 to Haven for food.
Oh, I won't be nice. So, no, the food at Haven was pretty good, but it was real hit and miss.
My salmon at that first restaurant was amazing.
Yeah, I had duck on Thanksgiving, and it was amazing. It was so good.
Chilaquiles were good on the breakfast bar. I will say that.
The ribeye,
a lot of chilaquiles.
The ribeye of the skies, the duck.
The buffet was good. The buffet was good.
Buffet was good, but then
Eating at the restaurants, though.
remember we had that steakhouse, and they had that bread bowl, and it tasted like
I don't know what that was.
goat gristle or something.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was either. But the food to me at Haven was fine. It was either pretty good or not so good. And then I had a dessert that looked like one of the Quiznos rats. Remember that? And I was,
No,
that little chocolate thing with the face on it.
I don't remember that. Maybe I was.
They got a pepper bar. Remember I did that
Oh,
bit?
yeah. Now I
Okay.
remember, yeah.
So anyway, I'll give Haven, I'm not going to give a half. I'll give them a 4 just because my duck was so good. Valentin.
So one meal out of all your meals was so good.
Yeah. Valentin.
Breakfast was good
well,
too. You love their pancakes.
Here's the thing too. They had a coffee shop and I cleaned them out on chocolate chip cookies
Okay.
and ice cream. And,
So if you're
and that
going to
was
go
good.
on vacation and eat nothing but chocolate chip cookies and ice cream,
Well, that's why they go from a 3 to a 4. It's just
Okay.
because of that coffee shop. Valentin, the food is the big draw there.
it is.
So 5. Okay. Room.
Haven 5.
I'm with you.
It was a beautiful room. It was
Brand new.
brand new. We may have been the first people to stay in it. Now, they were still doing some touch-ups on the building, actually, we were in. Because we were in the brand new building. So they were still doing paint touch-ups. There was a hole in the wall that they had put with caulk or something. They hadn't had a chance to come back and paint.
Cock.
So, but the room was stunning. And 5.
It was just
10.
decorated so nice.
I would give it a
and-
10 if Alan would let me.
Yeah, it was really, really great. Valentin, the rooms are older.
But they're in the process of
They're
remodeling
nice.
them.
Yeah, they're
remodeling
nice.
them.
But you can tell they're older.
But they're updating them.
They are. But you go best room at Haven versus best room at Valentin. I'm going to have to give the edge to Haven.
Oh, yeah, Haven's rooms are gorgeous.
And so I'll give Valentin a 4. They're not like they're not like shitholes,
they're not,
but
that's fine. 4's fine.
What are you giving them,
I'll give
Valentin?
them a 4, but I'm saying no comparison. Being in if a great room matters to you, Haven.
And that goes for the restaurants at Haven,
The
the
architecture,
lobbies,
beautiful.
the whole, all the architecture, all the buildings,
Beautiful.
the decorating, the furniture, really nice.
First class.
First class. Valentin's got that kind of, about 10 years old vibe to it.
Hey.
But it's not a problem. It looks nice.
It's not falling apart.
It's not falling apart.
It's just older.
It's just
Dated.
older.
But they are updating.
So we have 3 more categories before we give our final rating. Why don't you do a little bit of this?
All right.
And then we'll bring it home for Jerome with this.
All right, so what?
This or that.
Oh, we got like I said earlier, we have our first Christmas party this weekend and, possibly more than that. But with all the partying that's going on, the gift exchanging, the decorating, I am flat out exhausted already. And we're just now starting December, but nothing makes me happier than crawling into bed for a fabulous night of luxurious sleep in my buttery soft Bowl and Branch sheets. I could literally cry. It makes me so happy. The signature hem sheet set from Bowl and Branch is made from the finest 100% organic cotton. You're going to feel the difference, this luxurious experience, and you're going to enjoy it for years to come. I did say years because these sheets are made by artisans who earn their pay, and they earn the respect they deserve because they really craft these sheets. Boll and Branch products are just made differently. They use the finest 100% organic cotton on earth, free from toxins, pesticides. There's no harsh chemicals. The signature hemmed sheet set. That's usually what everybody starts with Boll and Branch. That's what we started in with. It comes in beautiful designs and colors for every bedroom style and mattress size. We love our Boll and Branch sheets. We got the king size in stone. It's a rich gray color. It just looks luxurious. They've gotten softer after every wash, and I'm not struggling to put them on. You know, the fitted sheet that you're always having to hold with one foot and reach up with your arm because your husband's not there when you need to make the bed. I don't have to do that with my Boll and Branch. Also, they make great gifts. The signature sheets come wrapped and ready in a beautiful holiday gift box. Plus, Boll and Branch gives you a 30-night worry-free guarantee with free shipping and returns on all orders.
So this Cyber Monday, give a better night's sleep to everyone on your list with Boll and Branch sheets.
Cyber Monday week.
Get 25% off site-wide plus free shipping when you use promo code SANDWICH at bollandbranch.com. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com. Promo code SANDWICH. Offer ends December 4th.
They're stretching out Cyber Week.
Yeah, they
week.
are.
So you have until December 4th.
Stretching it out. You better act fast. Okay. 3 more categories. The next one, Haven versus Valentin, is the general grounds. Just the resort. Your impressions on the grounds at the resort.
Well, I'll tell you about the Valentin. I feel like I am in the jungle. They have a lot of lush. I mean, it's everywhere you go. And I like that because we see a lot of wildlife there too.
Coatis?
Coatis are just running around. They're the cutest things. You're going to want to take one home.
It's kind of the cross between a squirrel, a raccoon, a possum,
and all these things.
And a monkey. Yeah.
They're so cute and they're sweet and they come up because people feed them and we're probably not supposed to, but I digress. I prefer the Valentin, even though there is nothing really wrong with Haven. So I'm not going to knock that. So I'll give Valentin a 5 and Haven a 4.
Okay.
Because I just prefer that jungle, like I'm in the middle of this tropic oasis.
Yeah, Valentin is a gigantic resort compared to Haven. As far as the size of the grounds, Valentin is huge. And like Kelly said, it's a jungle. It winds. It's hard for me to know where I am because it my sense of direction.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You're right. And it winds around so much. They got to take you around sometimes in a golf cart.
Well, just, yeah.
It's big. Haven was a smaller resort. Mm-hmm. Still big. It was a big resort, but not as big as Valentin. Mm-hmm. Not as many trees, not as many animals. Although I did see a crab. Remember that crab that bowed up at you?
I did. I saw a large iguana our first day there and never saw another one.
And then you waved your Kelly raspberry foot at it and it bowed up at you?
I guess.
So you tried to kick a crab on this.
I tried to kick a crab.
You tried to kick that poor crab, and then you tried to kick that waitress's tray with all the drinks on it.
I did do that. That was an accident.
Did you tell that story?
No. I was laying down on my chair.
Can't take you anywhere.
I had my legs crossed, like with my knees up and one leg over the other. And this sweet, sweet waitress, she was so sweet. She came up with her tray, and I went to sit up, so I uncrossed my legs, and my foot hit her tray, and the drinks went all over her. It was terrible. I felt bad. I tipped her extra.
Was there nervous laughter?
Oh, she was laughing. She said, "Do not worry about it. It's fine."
Did you nervously laugh?
Oh, I was just apologizing profusely.
No.
You know how I do.
Okay. The grounds at the Valentin, I love it there. I'm going to say 5.
And the seaweed, you can't, they work hard to get rid of the seaweed.
Why are we back to the beach?
We're talking about the summertime. And July, there's a seaweed issue in Mexico in July. And Valentin, their truck is out there all day and they're trying to get it up as best they can, But there's that.
Should I give my rating for the grounds at the
Go ahead.
At Haven?
Go ahead.
I'll give it a 4.
Same as me. That's what I did.
Atmosphere. Haven versus Valentin, the atmosphere.
Well, for our group, I think the Valentin Imperial has a more of a party vibe. You get the shots, but you know what? Not everybody wants that. They want to hang out at the quiet pool.
But see, you can do that at Valentin because there's a quiet pool.
They have that option. But at Haven, they say these 2 are the quiet pools and the one in the middle is the party pool. But to me, it felt like they were all the quiet pools. Now, the day we left, which was on a Saturday, they did have a DJ that came in, a guy playing a saxophone, trying to get the party started. They were trying. Were they serving shots? I don't know. So for overall atmosphere, I'm going to go with Valentin wins 5, and I'll say 3 for Haven. It was very laid back and chill.
Yeah. Like Kelly said, they said the middle pool was a party pool. I didn't see any partying. I saw a lot of posting up.
A lot.
I saw no shots. I can't imagine getting up in front of everybody in a flesh-colored Speedo that says cocky on the front and show stealer on the ass.
You wouldn't have done that.
Wouldn't have done that at Haven. To me, the atmosphere of Haven, it's more romantic. It's a little I don't know, upscale is the right word, but it just
visually, yes.
It seemed to be a lot more of a couples kind of place than a big group, we're doing a lot of partying kind of place. Not that this has anything to do with our group, but there seemed to be a lot of Europeans there this time. I guess because it was Thanksgiving, or I don't know, but I don't know of any other Americans that we saw there. It was mostly Europeans.
Oh, we saw a lot of Americans. There were some Canadians there. There was that guy from Mississippi. There was that
guy from Mississippi.
He was sitting there at the pool our last day when you were asleep. He was out there the next to the last day. He was the farmer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, anyway, I'll give Valentin, again, I'll give it a 5 for atmosphere. It's just my kind of place. The Haven, it was fine. A 4. Just wasn't a party place. It was a fun place. Wasn't a party place.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah. And then our last category is intangibles. Haven versus Valentin. This is kind of just your gut feel, just the feeling that you get from vacationing there.
For our podcast trip, my vote is Valentin Imperial. Give it a 5. And I'm really not trying to beat up on Haven. So I'm going to give them a 4. But I just think that for our group and our intent, and if you want to be chill, you can. This is what I do. I'm chill during the day. I'm on the beach in the Plapa. End of the day, I'm ready to hang out and drink. I come to the pool. So you have those options at Valentin. Mm-hmm. I had nowhere to go to party at Haven.
Yeah. Good point. That just reminded me of something. So, at the Valentin, I just remember on our palapa, it says Mr. and Mrs. Evans. They're always calling me Senor Walter or Senor Evans. I can't imagine running into somebody there and them not speaking to me when they're helping me with something. I just can't imagine that happening at Valentin. I'm sure it has, but it just doesn't compute because they're so good there. So, again, Valentin, I'm a big fan. I'm going to give that. What'd you rate Valentin?
5.
I'm giving them a 5. Would you rate Haven?
4. I'm being
4.
nice.
And then, I don't know.
I think it's pretty obvious. We don't even need to do the math.
Yeah, I'd say 3. Now, here's another intangible. So it's Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving is it's mostly an American holiday.
Right.
Okay. The Cowboys play on Thanksgiving, every Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So every year since I was, knee high to a grasshopper, so I was probably, 5 or 6, I've watched the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Yep. In fact, my mom, we don't do Thanksgiving dinner. My mom always does Thanksgiving lunch. So she'll start cooking days before Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving morning. So all she got to do on Thanksgiving is just heat stuff up.
Yep.
Because we eat, we move to the living room with our pecan pie, with our dollop of Cool Whip, because we're going to post up and watch the Cowboys.
Yes.
So here I am in Mexico eating my duck thinking, okay, I'm going to watch the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. So I was told there's a sports bar called Limes.
Yep.
Where you can
That's what we were told.
Where you can watch the football games.
That's what we were told.
So you guys were at the pool, I think. I was going to go do a scouting mission to see if the Lions were on. The Lions are the first game. So I go up to Limes. It's dark.
It's closed.
I'm like, excuse me. There's nobody there.
Closed. So the first game, not on.
There's 2 little tiny TVs at the sports bar, and there's nobody there. And I'm like, well, crap. I'm going to have to see if I can get this on my laptop or something. So I kind of panic and I run to the room and I log on to Google or YouTube TV and I get you're not authorized to watch YouTube TV in the country you're in. I don't know why. I guess that's just a rule.
I don't know.
So I'm like, okay, I'm in a pickle now. So I get my Sirius satellite app on my phone and I get the broadcast. I can hear Babe and I can hear... don't
ask me.
I'm not a very good Cowboys fan if I can't remember.
Mitch.
No.
Jim.
God
Bob.
almighty. I'm having
Chris?
I'm having
Dave.
a brain cramp.
Mark.
No, it used to be
Pete.
No, it used to be Dale Hansen and
Rodney.
live studio audience, help me out. I am having the biggest brain cramp
Rick.
on who the play-by-play guy is for the Cowboys.
Frank.
Anyway, I
Ted.
can hear them on satellite radio. I find the game on...
Nobody knows.
Michael says he's too gay to help.
Oh, Michael. Maybe his name's Michael.
Come on, Michael. I get it on TV, but they're talking in Spanish.
Right. We can get it in our room. We can get it.
Yeah.
But it is a Hispanic, Mexican broadcasting. Yeah.
So the audio is 10 minutes behind the video. The audio is in English. The video's video, but the announcers are in Spanish.
Yeah. So
that's how I watched the game.
Yeah,
it was fine. But all this to say, that's an intangible. If you're going to have American customers coming to your resort on Thanksgiving, you better show the Cowboys.
Well, they also
Because I tell you what, that's what Valentin does.
Well, they also didn't mention Thanksgiving all day.
At Valentin, they had a freaking pilgrim guy, a guy dressed up as a pilgrim, chasing a turkey around.
Running around. A man dressed as a turkey. It wasn't an actual turkey. They did a whole skit. They were just so silly, and it was fun. We were all laughing. It was lighthearted. And I follow Valentin Imperial on Instagram, and I just, I'm on the phone looking at what's going on. And at Valentin Imperial, they said, we love our Americans that come and celebrate the holidays with us every year. And tonight, just all you have to do is request turkey. And we're having turkey at all of our restaurants tonight in honor of Thanksgiving. And then there was a picture of the pilgrim and the turkey. They had done the same bit where they run around. It's just silly, but at least they acknowledge it.
They acknowledged it.
They didn't mention Thanksgiving.
They didn't mention it.
There wasn't no turkey nowhere.
They didn't give a crap.
Haven.
So here, eat your duck.
That's all right.
Eat your duck.
It's all right. It's not a Mexican holiday, but they just know that a lot of Americans are there. So Valentin did look out for us like that.
That's an intangible. And by the way, the Cowboys held the Giants by the nose and kicked them firmly in the rear end. 28-20.
It's hard to do.
28-22.
I thought you were going to say they kicked them in the balls.
Balls. Okay. Just real quick. We can do this real quick. Haven. 3, 3, 6, 10, 13, 16, 21, 25, 28, 32 for Kelly. Allen, 5, 8, 10, 14, 19, 23, 27, 28, 29, 30 for Allen. Okay, that's Haven.
I think it's kind of obvious who wins.
So Kelly gave Haven 32 total points. Allen gave them 30 total points. Okay, Kelly for Valentin for 9, 14, 19.
I would do the 5s first and then add the 4s. It would be faster. 5,
No,
10,
it wouldn't.
15, 20.
You interrupting what I'm doing right now has now put us way behind.
Just do 5, 10, 15, 20.
4, 9, 14, 19, 24, 28, and 15. 28 and 15 is 43. So Kelly has 43. I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 8. 35 and 8 is 43. Is that right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So you and I gave Valentin a 43. You gave Haven a 32. I gave him a 30. How many categories you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doing math on a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. Yeah. So
I think it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Without knowing the exact total.
Our average rating on Haven's like a 3.5, and Valentin is
almost a 5.
Almost a 5. So the winner of our head-to-head Haven versus Valentin challenge is the Valentin Imperial. If we have a family vacation, podcast family vacation in 2023, it will be at the Valentin Imperial. But Kelly said she will never go back to Mexico.
Yeah. I'm considering seriously never traveling again, period, much less to Mexico.
So if you were really looking forward to that trip, you can blame all your disappointment on Kelly Raspberry
Y'all
Evans.
can still plan it, and I will be happy to help you plan it. My participation is TBD.
Wow.
But you know, when you're coming fresh off of bad experience, because getting home, our flight was canceled, and it was a big, I'm not going to go through all the rigmarole of what happened, but our flight was canceled. This is my second flight to be canceled in as many flights. I don't count the kids' flight because that was a charter. We were the only ones. But my flight to New York with Emma Kelly to see Harry Styles, canceled. I had to spend the night in the hotel. The flight here coming back from Mexico, canceled again. And it's because of flight attendants and pilots timing out. They're going to have to figure that out. They're going to have to figure out how they're going to fix that. They cannot keep having this happen. But in Mexico's defense, in Spirit Airlines' defense, they put us up in a hotel. They bussed us there, gave us hotel rooms and food.
Yeah.
American Airlines did not do that for me in New York City. So I will give them credit because credit is due there.
Another intangible we didn't mention, you know, at Valentin, I have 3 channels of adult entertainment.
That's true. They do have porn at Valentin.
Good porn,
You don't
too.
have... What is good porn? What's the difference between good porn and bad porn? A plot line? I don't know.
Bad porn has a plot line.
But that, you know, you don't have to watch it, but it's an option.
Couldn't be found. Couldn't be found at
It's
Haven.
not like we were actively seeking it.
No, I wasn't. Craig was.
Why would you bust Craig? Why would you do that?
Because he was looking for it. He doesn't care.
How do you know he doesn't care?
He doesn't care. Guy's more lewd than I am.
We weren't looking for it at Valentin. We're just going through the channels. When you get to the end, there they are.
Oh, we had a good time. Craig and I played golf one day, too. That was fun. That was a plus for Haven. I'm sure I could do that at Valentin, too. They'd
I think we've already covered
shuttle
all
me
that.
over to some golf course.
We've already made our decision. And I don't want to discourage anybody from going to Haven. If you want to go to a beautiful hotel, resort, and chill, that is for you. And it's only 15 minutes from the airport. That's another bonus. It's not as far from the airport as Valentin Imperial.
It's pretty close.
There you go.
All right, babe. Well, you were right. We are not going to get to our A Sandwich and Some Lovin' 2022 Dropping Dimes. We're going to have to do that next podcast.
Yeah, I figured we needed some time to digest that information.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know you were going to try to tell me how to add on this podcast.
I just thought it'd be easier to add the 5s first.
You ever been trying to do math, like you're measuring something or you're counting something, and then somebody else starts counting, or they say, hey, why don't you do it this way? Mm-hmm. Has that ever helped you add?
But it did help you with your category because the second time you did it by the 5s first. So just admit I was right.
You're not.
Okay.
You're not right.
Everybody knows I was right.
I computed this. I is a college graduate.
Yes, you is.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No. I hope this wasn't a negative podcast.
What a negative podcast.
You know, I feel bad about...
Why?
I don't want anybody to think I'm tearing down...
Oh, come on.
Haven. But we did have a couple of incidents with but there were some very delightful people there as well, Alan. Very delightful.
We're not tearing it down.
I don't want to do that.
I think we're just being honest. That's what happened.
Our group.
That's what happened.
For our group.
We're not making it up.
Valentin's better.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
You want to drink at the main pool, you got to get out of the pool, show your ass to the entire pool, and order a drink. If you want a shot, they're going to say no. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we'll end on a positive note. So I was spraying a little Neutrogena on Kelly's back at the beach. I was going...
I know what you're going to tell.
And then I said, turn around. And she goes, no, I can do the front. And I go, no, I'll do it for you. Because in the corner of my eye, I look up and there's a palm tree. Up in the palm tree, I see some things hanging. So I'm like, this is a perfect opportunity. So I said, no, I got you, babe. So Kelly puts her head up, because she doesn't want to get sunscreen in her eye. And I'm like, on her chest. And I'm like, nice coconuts. And I hear Kelly go, Alan. And then I'm doing an Instagram story and I go up and I'm like, did you see him? and there's coconuts up in the palm tree. My man, my pal,
And probably my mother.
my pal, 8-ball, TA, number 8, did laughing till he was crying emoji.
Yeah, he did. So you had Troy Aikman laughing at my bust, my bosoms.
I don't think he was laughing at your bosom. I think he was laughing at the Naked Gun airplane humor.
All right.
Dumb and Dumber humor too. Nice Hooters. Remember?
Yeah.
It's a old bit.
This is your wife. This is the woman who's supposed to be elevated
Yes.
and on a pedestal.
I was elevating you. I was elevating your coconuts.
All right.
All right, babe.
That's fine.
You got anything else?
No, I cannot wait to go to bed, y'all. I got back so late from the Jingle Ball. We got back about a little after midnight. And then, of course, I have to take off my makeup and my daughter, her back was hurting. I had to take her some leave and all this stuff. And I'm like, it was probably 1:00 before I really got to bed. And then I have to get up at 4:30 this morning. I didn't take a shower. Otherwise, would have got it before. I was like, y'all just going to have to deal with this today. We were all so slap happy and punch drunk on the radio this morning.
Were you?
Oh my gosh. Some people thought it was funny, but after a while it stops being funny. It's like, y'all need to go home and take a nap. It was bad.
Did Al go home and take a nap?
He said he was going to. I told him not to. Al's been having trouble sleep. If y'all listen to the Kid Craddock Morning Show,
Nationally
you know
syndicated.
Big Al. He has a sleep pattern problem. He stays up. He gets up at like 2:00 in the morning because he wants to work out before he comes to do the radio. And it takes him almost an hour to drive into work. So he's crazy like that. But he took a nap today. I was like, you're going to really not be able to sleep tonight. So I avoided taking a nap today so I could go straight to sleep tonight.
All right, y'all. Well, next podcast, we'll get to this thing about the podcast we wanted to, a little listener appreciation we wanted to go through. We'll have the Kid Craddock Christmas party.
Yeah. We can talk about the office party.
It's going to be at Oaked.
Yeah, it's going to be at Oaked Barbecue. Yeah, that was really nice that worked out. So we're doing that Friday night. So we'll tell you about that next podcast.
All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you. Sorry I corrected your math.
I love our listeners.
I hope our marriage can survive it.
I love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all too.
I love the Valentin Imperial desperately. I mean, I like the Haven desperately. I don't love it desperately. I like it desperately. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon.
Probably not from Haven, though.
Good call. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.